Hi, Gedalia from No2bds. Thank you so much for joining me in this early morning kind of meditative state. Beautiful view, looking west from the hills of Binyamin, of the community of Eli, which on a clear day you could see the ocean from here. On a clear day in the winter, you could see the snow on top of the Hermon, which is all the way up north. And probably even today, if I was going to walk over this hill, I'd be able to see the mountains of Jordan. We're literally in the center of Israel. And so, just to give a little perspective, this is how small it is. If you're standing in the middle of a country and you could see in every single direction all the borders, you know that it's probably time to secure everything that you have and not to relinquish anything to your enemies. And so that's what we are here doing at No2bds. We're making sure that not only is the information available for people to run out of excuses to become ignorant of the fact that our enemies want to sit here and shoot rockets into huge population centers in Israel. We're making sure that that's not possible. And so we're here. And No2bds is not just about fighting the BDS. It's not just about responding. It's not just about, Hasbara, as they say. But it's about building. Because we feel like we know that in order to build something, you can't be on the defensive. You have to be on the offensive. And when you're on the offensive, you start to realize that those that are attacking you are completely insignificant. For instance, I was just at a talk yesterday, Talk 17, that's run by the Friends of Ariel. If you don't know who they are, you should look it up. They have a number of speakers that come. It's kind of like a TED Talks for Israel advocacy, and you get a wide range of different opinions. But there's people who are, every single person that I saw stand up was pro-action. They were going out, bringing in new information, but they weren't really responding to a lot of things, which is great. Which shows, I'll tell you, which shows that we're pivoting. We're pivoting from a place of becoming defensive to just building and doing what we need to do as a normal society. We're normalizing the Jewish communities in Judea and Samaria, and we're normalizing our place here. We know that we have a right to be here. We have a legal right. We have an international right to be here, despite what the political, the global geopolitical arena says. Legally, we do have a right to be here, which is why, actually, only, we haven't been brought to court for that reason. If everybody says that, Jews don't have a right to be here because it's against international law. But the international law that they're referring to are UN resolutions, and as we all know, the UN resolution, it's not worth the paper it's written on. It was developed by a world body that used to be made up of democratic states, but now has been taken over by fascist and communist states that somehow have equal voting rights. So we don't give any precedent to the UN, really. They do some good work, but on the political realms, they do terrible. And in fact, their mandate, in order to give a platform to speak and to create more options for peace, has also completely failed. There hasn't been any more war. There hasn't been any less war since the UN that there was beforehand. Anyway, so talking about being proactive, the No2bds is very, very proactive despite our name. This Twitter account is about a year old, but our work is over 8 years old. And our work is promoting businesses that are located in Judea and Samaria, the small businesses. And why is it important to promote small businesses? Because small businesses are responsible for more than 70% job growth in most economies. 70% job growth. What does that mean? What does that mean to have a job? What does that mean to grow a business? And it all comes down to the building of a society. Because without an economy, look what's going on in Detroit right now. Detroit is empty. The motor vehicle, the automotive industry had been decimated in the United States, And look what happened to that. So what we're doing is we're bringing the auto industry back into Detroit, not literally. We're bringing the economy into Judea and Samaria, and by doing that, we're working with small businesses. And since we've been doing this for over 8 years, we've actually are developing into something much more. We're creating the first Chamber of Commerce in Judea and Samaria, which is extremely exciting. Nothing like this has ever existed. We'll be working on a number of different plans. I know this might be boring to you, but it's really important for everybody to understand exactly what's going on the ground and how we're developing. Is number one, we're gonna continue to promote 2,600 businesses that are in Judea and Samaria. In fact, it's probably more. There's probably about 5,000. The next is we're creating a platform in order for people to be able, for businesses to be able to sell direct to consumers like you, which is very, very, very important. We're actually working on that right now. The third step is to working with companies who are currently exporting and growing their markets. And number four is attract international investments to these businesses that are currently profitable but need to scale. Because what we really want to do is we want to just create so many more opportunities, and not just people buying their product, which is most of what we're going to be doing, but we also want people involved in the development of it. And with that being said, we're looking for investment right now. And I'm not talking about the investment as you're going to get a 15% return of investment. We're talking about your return of investment as in you sit back and you actually watch this Chamber of Commerce come alive, and watching these businesses for the first time ever entering into the global markets, getting new customers, growing their business, hiring more people. These people end up living and building in Judea and Samaria. And so we're looking for people to come to No2bds.org and help us seed this Chamber of Commerce. We are working with a nonprofit organization. So if anybody has large, if anybody's interested in getting involved in a much larger scale, please email me no2bds@gmail.com. And that's about it. I think I went way over my time limit here. So anybody wants to get involved, if you're a distributor, you're a retailer, you're an importer, you're looking for products to resell, let me know. And we're looking to build up a significant network of partners. So everybody have a great day and enjoy this view one last time. For now.